Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Force Strategy Gaming. Last we left off, we had picked up a few quests and are headed into the Hollows, firstly to Tython's Ridge. Now, we first and foremost, moving along the path, will be discovering the remains of someone. Let's see what it is.
They found me! Oh, Matriarch, forgive me! The Flesh Raiders are here. I can't fight them. The patrol is too far away. I can't. Goodbye, my son. My Matriarch. Goodbye.
And it does look like that was the father that we happened to be looking for, so that was a nice and easy quest after just moving along the path. Now next up, we're actually moving into the local cave to destroy the elixirs. We were tasked with destroying 5 elixirs that the Flesh Raiders were using to make themselves stronger. So this was pretty straightforward. Just walked in the cave, and there are these various packs here. This was actually one of the first larger groups that I'd come across in the beta. It still wasn't really problematic with just a little bit of crowd control that you saw there. So pretty easy to dispatch, but you know, once those were down, we were able to get those elixirs. That guy actually thieved an elixir from me. So I waited until he engaged, and I did exactly the same thing. Well, that's what you get, you know, eye for an eye, even Steven. Yeah, I don't know. So yes, these elixirs you'd find on the ground, and once again, all quest items are pretty easy to spot in this game. They're just a big glowy, bluey purple thing. It's very easy to tell where your quest items are. And we continue to move along the cave, kill some mobs, and pick up items. I mean, you know, we look at general questing in MMOs, and this isn't much of a far cry in terms of the quest experience itself from what you generally expect and from what you generally experience in an MMO. You kill X creatures, you collect X things, you find X person. it's you know, it's that same thing. I think the biggest thing that Star Wars: The Old Republic has going for it is, sure, there's a decent combat system and it's feeling pretty smooth and decent control, but besides that, it's all about the storytelling, as I mentioned in the last Let's Play. If you're not into storytelling, this game might not be for you. Alright, so we destroyed the elixirs, and now we're heading into the cave. Once again, as you can see, that's one of those green screened areas. It means it's specifically available to you. You have the quest necessary to enter that area. Were it red, we would not be allowed to be in. And this is actually, we're trying to find the Pilgrims hidden camp, and this is the location for it. There were no mobs in here. This is all a story-driven area, and we find this item, and let's see what happens when we click on it.
You make a lot of noise. I come for a Flesh Raider, I find a Jedi Padawan. I come to listen, to think among the dead, to fight for my people. Why have you come?
My master sent me to bring Rajavari's holoprojector back to the temple.
I'm called Naylan Ralok. The others in the village spin tales of their legendary protector. They don't understand. Are the Flesh Raiders destroyed? No. My people aren't safe until my learning's complete. Tython's relics still have lessons. I listen. I can do things I never imagined possible. I will be the defender my people deserve.
Perhaps your studies are making you into something else.
Jedi condemn what they can't control. But you're not a concern. Only the Flesh Raiders matter. Rajavari's hologram showed me how to punish them. The Flesh Raiders will come, but not leave. A merciful death compared to what my people have suffered.
You'll get us both killed.
There are hidden wonders, Jedi, and my journey has just begun. Now run, or die.
Dramatic jump. And we continue. Alright, so little interesting scene there. He's the guy who stole the hologram, and you know, he's clearly going nuts and trying to bury us alive in the cave. So it's a simple matter of dispatching the enemies we come across, and then exiting the cave. One thing that I was a little bit disappointed by here is that there's no damage associated with those falling rocks. You can be standing right underneath a rock that falls and nothing will happen. So it's just kind of a visual thing, but it really takes away the sense of immersion and the urgency, you know, trying to escape this crumbling cave. There's no countdown timer to impending doom. There's no damage from the rocks. There's no real threat. I could have moseyed along in here and there wouldn't have been any issue. I don't like that. I don't like being pulled out of the immersion like that. I would prefer to kind of be stuck in the world. That's why we play MMO RPGs, is to be stuck into this world. I mean, that's the whole point of that type of experience. So, wish they would fix that. But after that, just head back to town and start turning things in.
Jedi, you're back. What happened out there? Where's my father?
I did all I could.
What? No! Those monsters. Tell me you cut them into pieces for what they did.
Of course. I killed them all. It was what had to happen.
I'm glad some Jedi are willing to take a stand. Some of you understand that not all creatures deserve to live. I wanted my father back. I didn't really believe it would happen. But at least you went out there for a reason. At least you spilled blood.
As you saw there, I picked up some dark side points.
You look well, Jedi. I'm glad the Flesh Raiders didn't hurt you. Did you destroy the Dark Elixir?
I've taken care of things.
You've rid the world of an evil thing. The Flesh Raiders may brew their Dark Elixir again, but we won't make it easy. I am grateful for what you've done. Take this gift with my blessing. For now, I leave you in peace.
Alright, and that was all the quests in that area. So next thing I did was head on over to the Jedi Temple. I actually just did want to show you this, how there are different vehicles for the transportation system. I know in that first Let's Play you saw kind of my first travel from one point to the other when I first entered the Gnarls. Well, as you can see again, there are different types of vehicles that you will take depending on kind of where the flight path that you are at is located and where your target location is. Alright, so it was time to go back to the Jedi Temple and turn in the quest just to let our master know what went on in that neighboring town. Things were pretty diplomatic, I'd say. We did a good job.
Padawan, I just spoke to Rana Dalven, the daughter of Kalikori Village's matriarch, concerning your visit there. I want you to meditate on what you learned. Such experiences are what shape us as Jedi.
Yes, Master.
We should check that Rajavari's hologram is safe.
The holoprojector was stolen by a Twi'lek, Naylan Ralak. He'd learned force techniques from Rajavari's hologram. He was obviously unstable.
A villager? Very unusual. Then this Naylan is force sensitive. Let's see what he saw.
Activation protocol begins. A few words. Shall this be all my legacy? No. My enemies are long dead. It is time. Hear me. I have left true wisdom behind. For those who follow where the first blade points, from the sanctuary of the Order, all else is fleeting.
My word. True wisdom. Padawan, he's talking about the Fount of Rajavari.
What is this Fount of Rajavari?
After Rajavari fell, sources claimed he created a great archive of his knowledge and teachings. The Fount of Rajavari. Generations of Jedi searched for it, finding nothing. The Fount's considered a hoax by all reputable scholars, but we just heard proof.
It's said to follow where the first blade points, from the sanctuary of the Order. What sanctuary?
Kaleth! The ruins at Kaleth. The name means sanctum. It's the remains of an ancient fortress. Evidence suggests Kaleth was destroyed in a great battle. Old droids still walk those ruins today. But this first blade is a puzzle.
If it was once a fortress, it could refer to weapons that were stored in Kaleth.
We have found several old weapons in one section of Kaleth. Nothing like a first blade, but a good place to begin. I planned your training so carefully, but the Force has intervened. Finding the Fount of Rajavari and stopping Naylan must be a greater test.
Even if the Force is shaping my training, I want your help, Master Yuan.
Thank you. You should know, Padawan. The Council tends to disapprove of such training, but I'll explain everything to them. For now, focus on exploring Kaleth for this first blade. Call me on your holocommunicator at once if you have any success.
Alright, so the next phase in our main storyline is going to be to find the first blade of Kaleth. But firstly, as I exit the Jedi Temple, there are a few more quests for me to pick up.
That was an impressive go earlier, but we've upped the programming on these droids. Care to give it another shot? Get out there and show them what you're made of.
Nice, quick, and easy one. This is part 2 of our progressive droid battle scenarios. Once again, it is the same thing. You just run up here to this little tablet, click on it, new droids are activated, and you engage them, and that is it. I think there are a few more parts. I believe there's either 3 or 4. I think there might be 4. There might be 4 phases of this. And then the final phase, you are officially prepared to lead troops. And I actually used the levitate ability there, which I had recently picked up, just to take a look at it, see what it was all about. And that's all it is. Not much to it, really. I also have since picked up a stun, which is actually my Shift 2 hotkey. That's what I use for stuns in all MMOs. I don't know why, but I just do. That's what I've always done. And again, that was quick and easy. Turned it in. There wasn't any dialogue from him, and then we find this quest.
I seem to be cursed. Why do I always get the pupils who think they're the exceptions to the rule?
Master Silvarte, it's true that our Padawans are acting a bit strangely, but I don't think there's cause for concern.
Wait, I have an idea. You, Padawan, I know you.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Indeed, I have heard good things about you. I'm hoping they weren't overblown.
Master Silvarte is concerned about a couple of our Padawans. He suspects that they are, well...
If I'm correct, they are following their passions down a dark path.
I certainly understand your concern.
In all other aspects, these two are model pupils, but I agree we would be remiss if we didn't do what we can to settle the issue.
They may be more open and revealing with a student like you. We need you to confront them and discover if they are indeed cultivating a romance.
As you say.
Their names are Morrison and Spanios. As we speak, they are in the ruins of Lower Kaleth.
So go, talk with them, and report back what you discover about the relationship. Try not to alert or alarm them. If they are in love, they are sure to be volatile.
And super creepy quest, time to spy on 2 lovers. For that, though, one last quest pickup as we leave the Jedi Temple and head to Kaleth.
You're Master Yuan's apprentice, right? I've heard how strong you are in the Force. I'm Fia. Padawan Fia. Still have to get used to having a title. I've just started learning about the Force. I've got a long way to go before I'm as good as you.
Stay open to the possibilities, Padawan. You might surprise yourself.
I've certainly had plenty of surprises lately. I still can't believe I'm here. Just last week, I was crowing a garbage scow on Raxus Prime. Then this scary-looking Jedi shows up out of nowhere and says that he can sense the Force in me. What are the odds?
There's no such thing as luck, Padawan. You're meant to be here.
That's exactly what the Jedi who found me said. Say, do you know Master Tython? He's the one who discovered me. I'm trying to get a message to him. Master Tython is studying a big mystery in Kaleth's ruins. Something about ancient droids attacking people? If you're headed to the ruins, would you give him this holo recording from me? I'd be so grateful.
I can take care of that.
Terrific. I can see why everybody here is so impressed with you. Here's the holo recording. Master Tython has a small camp outside the ruins of Kaleth. Thanks for doing this.
And that was a no-brainer, as the camp that we're headed to is just outside of Kaleth, as she said, which is where we're going next. Pretty much accept every quest. There's really no reason not to get that extra XP, especially since it's nice and easy. And then after talking with her, just head along this little path, and that led me right to the next camp. Saw a little bit of an ambush working its way on through, so I said, you know what, I'll take care of these guys. Let's save someone else a headache, huh? And then up to the encampment. And again, this is a newly discovered area for me, so the first thing that needs to be done, that's correct, pick up waypoints and then also go to that that trail there, the Alarian Trail. How do you pronounce that? Alarian? I don't know. But that allows you to fast travel, so that's a good idea.
Zuzaneko higa da noila.
Someone asked me to deliver a message.
Watame chispa ki trita nimni tanuv. Kapola kupi de opra. Anquas nimna matasunri. Chobod I kafu anchawa. Chopting wampa la hagwa doi biska.
You seem to have survived the encounter.
Mana natu pachunki. Oi grani tampio dume donki. Cha kulkadu maji tahus hagwa upa. Crispa doe kanki kunke gupa. Do bataji moi atima.
I am more than impressed, actually.
Kulkadu choski nawi kuchuso yomata chi pompota.
Ki mada tamta chiruli ya? Noe ayuya tia chavopa. Tinkatwana che mai chuba. Hachuna kwabo nuta dubita.
Why not simply wipe out all the droids?
Mokele maklonki niatam bomba boshuda.
Ji womta humpa mulira wata wompa. Chotopa bubanda bakawanki. Ne umpi bedwana ni bobo chopa uma. Ne umpi bedwana ni bobo chopa uma. Dwana wanki wabdaya tukaloka. Kili watabunki donko patoga lorda.
I'll get those samplings for you in no time, Master Tython.
Iliska chanaga bumpa komchinka. Wonka tuske uwana wa. Zuzaneko higa da noila. To chananga e ma chai.
Yunales kachananga wachikospa ini kontinka.
And yet again, another easy quest, just to kill and scan some droids. I mean, that's a piece of cake. So I came up to this area, and keep in mind this is a beta. This was incredibly bugged out. The server was having major lag issues, and this wasn't my latency either. Everything was fine. It was just the server was acting crazy. So there's a whole bunch of these droids just kind of chilling out there. And you'll notice when I click on them, if they're gray, that basically means they're inactive. Like there's one gray droid here. You can see how it's just kind of like gliding too, which was kind of funny. But there's one droid that's actually dead, and he's just standing there in the ready position. Like he is ready to go. And this was a strong droid. Again, one of these kind of more difficult enemies. You'll notice them by the icon around their portrait. But he's doing the same thing. Even after I kill him, he's just kind of chilling out. After killing a bunch of droids and scanning them, the next thing was to actually find those secret lovers and Tattletale. So that's this.
You found it! Well done, Morrison.
Oh, Spanos, I couldn't have done it without you.
You're amazing. I don't care what the Masters say, we're proving everyone wrong. Come here and give me a kiss.
Pardon the interruption.
Who are you?
This isn't what you think it is.
You have nothing to worry about. I'm a friend.
Oh, really?
You say you're a friend. Does that mean you're not here to blow the whistle on our romance?
Spanos, you just confirmed the truth to this person.
I'm sorry, my love, but I'm sick of hiding. The Order is wrong. Fear, not emotion, is the adversary of the Jedi way. Ironically, the Masters fear emotion, and therefore, they deny us its bounty.
The power of our love is why we work so well together. Our teamwork allowed us to find this rare lightsaber crystal. So our passion actually strengthens the Order.
Let's ask your masters about that. I think they'll be hard to convince.
Spanos, please help me convince this upstart not to expose us.
I love you, Morrison. And so if you believe we must remain hidden, I honor that. But it may take a sacrifice.
You mean the crystal? I agree, my love.
Friend, if you tell the Masters we're not romantically involved, we'll give you this powerful crystal for your future lightsaber. Would that buy your silence?
Bribery, Spanos? You're only proving the Jedi Code right. Your fall is upon us.
No! I cannot let you go!
Morrison, no. Don't lash out in anger. He's only following his own path. Just go, friend. Do what you will.
Wow, what a sally. Telling on him and he doesn't really care. Alright, well, that was that. Moving up the path now. I noticed there's a quest there on the mini-map. What a great tool to have, huh? And what is this little egg here? Turns out, a little hatchling flesh raider, and he's hungry. Now you would think that, you know, the flesh raiders, I mean, they're terrorizing the Jedi Order and the surrounding tribes as well. You'd think we'd kind of step on this thing, but evidently as a Jedi, that is the wrong thing to do. And you must preserve all life and decide, you know what, hungry little flesh raider, I'll get him some food. So it's time to gather some guid meat, G-U-I-D, guid meat. And it's these big little, it's these big Yeti-like looking creatures, Yeti monkeys. I don't even know what to call this thing. That's just a funny looking guy, but you know, not that hard. They are strong, so a little bit more difficult than that normal mob. But it wasn't too difficult to dispatch the three of them, and you can see me actually tagging here as I had someone behind me who was planning to steal kills, but I'm not allowing that. Good old tagging, and I don't even think this person realizes what tagging is because they kept on killing the thing. So, or you know, they could have been being nice and trying to help. I guess that's the other possibility. But thanks to the help of whoever that is, I got the meat pretty quickly, and then head back to the hatchling to give him his treat. You're welcome, hatchling. You were so very welcome. There you go. Yeah, and these quests, I actually really like these because they don't deal with as much dialogue. Maybe I'm not the greatest candidate to be playing this game. These long dialogues do get a little drawn out. There is a lot of time in between them. I'm editing most of that downtime, and you guys don't need to see 50 battles in a row. I also edit that stuff out as a result. But now it's time to examine the stone here.
Show respect. You stand before greatness. The first blade, I guard. It rests with the ashes of its maker, the Weapon Master.
I must take the first blade. The Jedi have need of it again.
The first blade. First Jedi weapon. From this beginning, lightsabers came. Millennia pass. Only hilt of first blade remains. Only disturbed once. Rajavary came. He proved worthy. Permitted to take the hilt. Later, returned it.
Why would Master Rajavary take the hilt and then bring it back?
Not my concern. To take the hilt, prove worthy. The philosophy of Jedi combat. Show understanding. The Weapon Master left challenges. Here in Kaleth. Training droids to test his students. Find them. Prevail. The hilt of the first blade waits.
All right, my friends, that is going to do it for this episode of our Star Wars The Old Republic beta coverage. This is some heavy editing. This is actually about an hour's worth of content with a lot of the grinding and the travel time cut out. So I think I'm going to keep that up. Being able to trim down an hour's worth of content to around 25-30 minutes is good. I leave you with some buggy beta footage. Don't worry, it's not like this for much longer. Thanks so much for watching, guys. If you like the channel, subscribe. Keep watching and keep owning.